Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 12 of the Seattle Mariners, part 2 of the winter, the off season, as we look to build a team or rebuild a team that was a disaster last season. If you've missed part 1, go back and watch episode 11, see arbitration, how the free agencies sort of initially happened, and who we were able to sign. But let's skip into things here. It's part 2. We'll go all the way through to spring training now and see who we sign. And I think... yes, that's right. I do believe we have some breaking news already. Okay, we have our first free agent signing. It is Richard Urena, the utility midfielder. Yeah, I mean, he's on a minor league contract. Potentially, he could be quite useful for us. I think what this does allow us to do, perhaps, is look to trade away Tim Beckham. Because I don't think we're going to need him anymore. And this guy could come in, do a decent enough job, and he's on a minor league contract. I think it was at $1 million if he gets called up. It'll probably say somewhere here. But anyway, it's not the worst thing to happen to us. He has played before. He played in Toronto 2018 and 19. He had, look at perfect batting average. A perfect batting average last season. We've got an absolute steal there. He batted 293 the year before. He's not the worst. He's not the worst. Let's hope there's more to come, though. A lot of the big stars have been snapped up now on big money. The one that really, really frustrated me, to be honest, is Didi, because he went to the Red Sox for $11 million. I feel like that is something that we could have done another year if we had a little bit more cash to spend. But anyway, we've got a minor league contract player in, so it's not, it's not all Boston Red Sox this season. Okay, breaking news. We have completed two trades. We've done. Tim Beckham, we have sent him out. Now that we have that youngster in, we're not going to need him as sort of that utility option, third base. So we've saved ourselves $2 million off of the wages. And we have, in return, got ourselves a left-handed pitcher, which we have a lot of. But it's one of these guys, he's a reliever, but who's actually a starting pitcher now. But when we got him, he was a reliever. Decent stamina. He's okay. He's young. He could get better. He may not prove to be anything. But what he is cheap. So $500,000. So we saved ourselves $1.5 million. He did okay. Just okay, I'd say, for the Blue Jays last season. But hopefully he'll improve for us. And if not, he's an option. He's an option, which is the main thing. And the other trade that we've done is we have got rid of backup catcher Tom Murphy. He was solid, good defensively. He was just solid, though. Batted 209 last year. Nothing special. There's catchers that we can find that can do that. But what we've got in his place, and I'm really, really excited about this, is Carlos Toki. A really, really good defensive outfielder. He can hit a little bit as well. Not much power, but really, really good, I think. Involved with the local animal shelters, who's a good egg, which is good. And he's basically on a minor league contract, so we saved a little bit more money there. We will be trying to get another catcher in. As to play backup to Navarez for this upcoming season. But we've got a little bit more pitching depth in, potentially a starting option. We've also got in a good defensive outfielder now. We'll keep seeing what pops up for us. So the bad news is we didn't get Garrett Cole. The other bad news is that he went to the LA Angels. We'll get to play Garrett Cole all the time. So there we go, $24 million. As it turns out, we could have spent Felix Hernandez money on that, but... we didn't get it, which is really frustrating. I'm really, really annoyed we didn't get that money. The good news is that if there is good news, I mean, it doesn't look much compared to Garrett Cole. We did get Juan Guerrero, though, minor league contract. I'm pretty sure he will be up in the major league rotation, though. I'm thinking probably number 4 or 5. It'll be between him and Dunn, I think, as things stand right now. Who's 4 in the rotation and who's 5. We might as well just call him straight in. We'll wait, because we're going to have to pay him wages if we call him up, aren't we? I'm not sure when we have to do that. But anyway, we have signed Guerrero. We'll just call him up. He's going to play at some point this season, so let's just get him in there. If we promote to Seattle, it hasn't changed anything. So if we look at how things are sort of shaping up right now, that will mean Mitch White does not have to be in the starting rotation. Baraki's there as well. So there's options coming in. We'll get there eventually, but yeah, there's still time. There's still free agency, of course, free agents to sign. There's still trades to be had. But yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get Garrett Cole. Alright, it is Rule 5 draft time. A draft rule I really don't understand, but Hello, Brian Reynolds. I don't know where we get to go in this thing, but why is he not playing for the Pirates? Of all, I mean, for any team, but the Pirates, come on. They're as bad as we are. So let's get this draft thing underway, and let's hope and pray we go first, because almost certainly, no, we're 8th. Almost certainly Detroit is going to pick him up first then, aren't they? Continue to Rule 5 draft. There are some other decent options. We'll go to the next pick by Seattle. You just know Reynolds has gone first up. I mean, you'd have to be a moron not to pick him, wouldn't you, really? And he's still there. Unbelievable. Are we going to get Brian Reynolds out of this thing? We are going to get Brian Reynolds out of this thing. This is too good to be true, isn't it? I mean, we don't need a left fielder. But he's an all-star. He's an all-star. He's an absolute beast. We can put him in left field. We can have Malik Smith in center field. And we can have Henniger in right field. We've just got ourselves I'm speechless. That is unbelievable that that's happened. All right, let's see who we can go for next here. There's a shortstop here available. Good defensively as well. Are we going to go and get him as well? Let's not get too excited here. They will have to be in the team the entire time, so we've got to remember that. We've got a catcher. I don't think we want to get someone that's not good enough right now. I believe I have that rule correct. They have to stay in the team the entire, like the major league team the entire time. He's decent, to be fair, but I don't think we need him now. Yeah. Could we get a starting pitcher? He doesn't look good enough to come straight in, does he? No. So we don't want to do that. Anything else here? We've got a 3-star relief pitcher. We're not too bad out of the bullpen. I mean, he is good, but I don't think we need to worry too much. I cannot believe we got that left fielder. I'm absolutely left speechless from that. Starting pitcher here, no. I don't think we want him. I wonder if he's a cancer in the dressing room or something. There must be something wrong with him, surely. Another starting pitcher, 2-star. No, I think we might be done. But I tell you what a Rule 5 draft that has been. I can't believe that there were teams that went before us. Here we go. Here's a decent shout for a starting pitcher. No, I don't think so. Not with that. But there we go. Is there anything else down here hiding? Oh, well, maybe we're not done yet. We have got another starting pitcher. No, I'm going to say no again. I'm just excited to get that guy in our lineup. Relief pitcher. Ooh. Hello. Okay, let's think about this. Really good, not a great change-up, but decent stuff. A good defensive player, wants to be known as a good teammate. Okay, so John Curtis might be something we look to do here. Let's see what else is available to us. A starting pitcher. Doesn't have great movement, but otherwise not too bad either. I think I'd prefer the other guy. Another starting pitcher here. I don't like the movement and control. I don't like not having that. But he's not bad, is he? By any means. We're surely getting towards the end here. This has been... Usually the Rule 5 draft is another one. Now, is he better than the first guy? Good stamina. Enjoys country music. I won't hold that against him. So we're pretty much... there right now. Okay, so it comes down between John. Was it this guy? I think it was him, wasn't it? Yeah, it comes down between him. And bear in mind, these guys would have to be in the lineup, and it was Eubank, wasn't it? I think I like the first guy. I think I like the blue. You know, that's no, it wasn't him. Wrong guy. He's not bad, though, is he, as a starting pitcher? I think I like this guy. So let's go John Curtis. I'm trying to think. We'll get him and we'll see what happens. We'll see. I'm assuming he will just go back if we don't use him. Next pick for Seattle. I'm looking at Luke Eubank or perhaps one of the starters. Yeah, no, not him. I wonder if is there any really high potential guys, I wonder. Yeah, they'd have to already be of a decent level if we're gonna be playing them, though, wouldn't they? I think that'll do it. We don't want too many guys in the bullpen. The only other was it Bryant, who was the starting pitcher I was looking at. He may have been taken. It was Della something or other, wasn't it? It was oh, here it is. This guy. He lacks the lack of movement. I think will cost him at a major league level, won't it? So I think we'll call it there. But what does the head scout recommend? Who's this guy? No, see, we're pushing it there. Maybe we could have got a catcher. I do have a bid in for a free agent catcher. That's kind of my problem with getting a catcher right now. So I think what we'll do is we'll call that a draft. And so let's just get rid of that. And we'll go and have a look at Reynolds. Complete draft. We're done. And see what he does to our... Look at that. There he is. An absolute star. An absolute star. Stunning, stunning pickup. That's almost made this winter worthwhile. Okay, we've done another trade. Now, with the arrival of Brian Reynolds, we have too many outfielders. So what we have done is we have sent Domingo Santana. We sent him off to the New York Yankees. Good power hitter, but that was about it. There wasn't too much else to his game, to be honest. And what we have got in return is a starting pitcher, Jonathan Loa Singer. Not the best stamina in the world, but the stuff. The movement could be better, but control, fastball, curveball, he's got three good pitches. He didn't do too well for the Yankees last year, to be honest. 9 games started, 16 games in all. 2 wins, 5 losses. ERA was high, but I think he's better than that. So, I mean, what's the worst that can happen, really? We don't need Santana anymore, so we've got a good guy in there into the pitching rotation. I'm beginning to think that this Curtis guy that we signed, I don't think we actually need him. So we might send him. He'll end up, I think he just goes back to wherever he came from. But that's fine. And the other problem we may have, and the reason why I was looking for a starting pitcher, is we're yet to see exactly how Marco Gonzalez is going to come back. But I'm not particularly liking the looks of this, to be honest. So the injury may take a bit of a long-term toll on him. I don't think a controlled change-up is going to be enough at this level, to be honest. But just a shame, because he was one of our better pitchers for us last year. But we'll see how he goes in spring training. We're not going to write him off just yet. But that's kind of what I'm thinking there. Anyway, we're starting to take a little bit of shape here. Things are not looking too bad, I don't think. Alright, big breaking news. One of the big final pieces in the puzzle has been solved, and Freddie Galvis is a Mariner. Excellent stuff. I don't think he's quite as good as hitting as Iglesias was for us last year, but Iglesias didn't want to stay. What we've got is a very good defensive player. Someone who can do a job for us. I'm sure he'll get his share of hits. He batted .250 last year for Toronto. So, really happy. $3.8 million a year. That's not too bad for, 3 years? So, we're not stuck with him long term, and it's not. I actually think I'm really excited about this. The more I think about it, the more I think we've got a good defensive option. It's low money, it's short term, it's almost perfect. So that, as I said, fills in a bit of a gap that we potentially had there in shortstop. I'll get to putting the lineup together shortly. But another good thing it has done is fan reaction is good. Our fans seem to be pleased by the signing of Galvis. Overall fan interest has increased slightly. So that's excellent stuff. Really pleased with that. If we have a quick look at where sort of the front office stands with the fans and things like that, market size is average, fan loyalty is good, and fan interest is 76. So hopefully we can get... I don't know if this can improve if we get better. But I think we are looking better. Just need that backup catcher now. Okay, we have the final piece of my puzzle. I have got my man as catcher, Jason Castro. And this is just a backup catcher, but a decent enough hitter. No worse defensively than what Murphy was. Yes, we're paying him $1.1 million, so we're paying him double what we were paying Murphy. But the big thing here, a natural leader on and off the field. That's what I've wanted. That's what we've got. That is absolutely perfect. And instantly we've got some response for it. A small clubhouse secret has been that the players have not been getting along. The hope is from around the clubhouse is that bringing in Jason Castro will prevent things from getting any worse. So there we go. I've got my man. We've got our backup catcher. If we go and have a look at team chemistry, they're still unhappy. It's annoying that Justice Sheffield is selfish. I wonder if we could coach that out of him in some way. D. Gordon, he is what he is, isn't he? We've got him for 2 more years. I don't know if there's a way to get him out sooner. Let's see if I'll try shopping him around off camera and see if we can do something there. But we've got now. This also means we can get rid of Hart now as well, which is good. But anyway, things have improved. I don't know if we'll see too much else. There's always trades to be had. But yeah, onwards towards spring training now with what I think is a relatively solid team. Joey, any chance spring training could start in January this year? I'm bored. Hello? John Stanton, owner of the Mariners. How are you, sir? Good, thank you. Good. Yeah, I'm excited for the new season as well. You're so excited you're going to give me an extra $20 million to spend. Sir, that is incredibly generous of you, and I really do hate to sound ungrateful here, but why didn't you do that when there were still good free agents available? So there we go. I mean, I'm sure he means well, but we've got $20.5 million to spend on free agents now, and it's too late. They're all gone. They're all gone. I mean, we really could have used that. If we have a quick look here at who's still available, the only starting pitcher of any real quality is Dallas Keuchel here. He wants $18 million. I don't think he's worth $18 million. I just don't. He's not that much better than what we already have. I'd rather give youngsters a game. So very, very infuriatingly, frustratingly, it's happened. We've got money in, but it's too late now. All the good players are done. So a couple of things that have changed since we were last with you. We have got in a new team trainer who's better, and hopefully he's better at healing arms and preventing arm injury, so hopefully we won't have the injury crisis we had last season. So I think that had to happen. And we have got a better scouting director in as well. I think at a scouting director, you really want them to favor tools. You want them to scout potential. Any idiot can see current ability. You want to be able to scout potential. So let's hope that he does a good job for us. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There was something else I wanted to mention, but I can't remember what it was now. Oh yeah, I remember now. Bruce. We're trying to get rid of Jay Bruce because he really doesn't have a spot in the team anymore. He's a free agent at the end of the year. I cannot get rid of him. I've tried putting him on waivers. I've tried trading him. No one wants him. So I don't know what to do with Jay Bruce. But anyway, we're just starting preseason. Spring training is but a month or so away. Alright, spring training has begun. So that brings us to the end of our episode, obviously. If you have any tips on what we can do to get Jay Bruce out of the club, let me know. I'm really, really struggling to get it done. This is basically how I see our team for now. This is how before spring training. Obviously, we'll give players a go in spring training and see what happens. But this is what I'm thinking we're going to look like. Starting rotation for pitching. Losengo, however you say that name, as number 1 in the rotation. Justice Sheffield, that's not Justice Sheffield. Justice Sheffield would be 2. Now, with the new scouting director, you'll notice that some of the ratings have changed, but Justice Sheffield looks really, really good. He might even be worth number 1 in the rotation based off of that. Number 3 in the rotation will be UC Leaky Fawcett Kakichi. That's number 3. Number 4, I'm looking at Justin Dunn, who is really, really, look at that, coming along like a house on fire. And then Gonzalez, I don't know how he's going to react having come back from his injury, so he'll be in the rotation. Number 5, I've got him penciled in for, but we'll wait and see. It looks like he might be coming back okay. So that's kind of that. The bullpen, we're looking at Will Smith being the closer. Hopefully he'll do a good job for us. He's on $8 million a year now. Hunter Strickland, I'm thinking, will be one of the setup guys. I'm thinking that Sam Tuivuavua, Tuvilalala, whatever his name is, he will be the other setup guy. I'm thinking if we have Birdie, his control is really, he's not developing how I'd hoped, old Zach Birdie, so I'm not sure what to do, but he did okay for us last year, ERA of just under 4, so we'll see how he goes. Wyatt Mills coming up from AAA, I think he'll definitely be in there. Maybe Birdie is more likely to drop out so far. We're looking at maybe a Sean Armstrong, and then either probably Armstrong or Brennan or Birdie, two of those three. And then I'm thinking the guy that we traded for here, Buraki, as sort of the long reliever emergency starter. So that's kind of how I see things. There are obviously a number of other people sort of in the conversation here. Unfortunately, with the new scouting director, Juan Guerrera, just doesn't quite look as good. So we'll give him a go in spring training, see how he does. But I'm thinking we'll AAA probably and see what comes of it from there. Control could be an issue. On the batting side of things, the lineup side of things, we have players to have a look at, but we have the two catchers to battle it out. Justin, he's an all-star. He's been an all-star before. But Justin Castro, the new club leader, the captain of the team, and Omar Navarez will kind of battle it out to see who starts as the catcher. First base, Ryan Healy. Again, he just doesn't quite look as good as he did previously, but we'll see how he does. A scouting director shouldn't change too much. Vogelbach, of course, is the other option there. Good hitter, not as good defensively at first base, but we might have to make allowances for that. We're going to have a look at Evan White in spring training, see how he does. A prospect there for us. D. Gordon will be one of the main candidates for second base. It says only a one-star player, though, now, but I mean, we saw he batted .290 for us last year. I don't think he's that bad. I don't understand the scouting director and why it's changing things so much. Shed Long will probably almost certainly drop back down to AAA. Kyle Sager did okay in the end last year, so hopefully we get more numbers from him. A couple of the new odds. Crawford, obviously, will still be in and around the team. Freddie Galvis, one of the new boys. Hopefully he'll have a great year for us at shortstop. Richard Urena, good utility player. Again, it's only 2-star. The new scouting director is killing me, absolutely killing me, killing my confidence that I had. But he'll be in and around the team. Brian Reynolds, again, the new scouting director, absolutely ruining my sort of joy with him. But he looks a star, doesn't he? He really does look good. Hopefully, he'll develop into a good player for us. Mac Williamson, I'm hoping will be around the team. We're going to have a look at two youngsters here in Braden Bishop. A decent enough all-round hitter there. Maybe not the power, but center fielder, decent otherwise. A name that we've seen in the team before, Jake Frawley. Again, we'll have a look at a decent to good outfielder. Then we've got Malik Smith, who was an absolute star for us last year, and hopefully that will continue. He'll play center field most likely for us this year. Carlos Cocky, good. I'm really, really excited about this guy. He is the reason that I'm trying to get Jay Bruce out of the club, because I just don't think we need him anymore. And of course, Mitch Haniger, last year's player of the season, to play in right field. So there we go. I think the fielding side of things, we look relatively strong, although, as I said, the new scouting director's killing my confidence a little bit. Pitching, I don't think we look too bad. We've definitely strengthened from last year with the addition of Jonathan. We'll go with that because I can say that. Sheffield and Dunn look like they're coming along nicely. And Kikuchi and Gonzalez, if they can get the job done for us, we might... I'm confident of 500. Let me know how you think we're going to do this season. Can we get to 500? I'd like to think we can. I really, really would. But anyway, that's it for today, guys. If you have enjoyed that, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Sorry if it's gone a little bit long this episode. And we'll be back on Wednesday for opening day. We'll be playing Cleveland Indians in Seattle. Take care.